Hi guys, welcome to Ireland Live for Tuesday the 25th of February. And yeah, I'm just hearing this stuff in my ears there. Hang on, bear with me. Hang on. Sorry, that's my fault there. Sorry. I don't know why. Okay, sorry, that's my bad. I'm very sorry. Welcome to Ireland Live for Tuesday the 25th of February 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined now in a few minutes by Orla Donoghue. And geez, we've a lot to talk about tonight. It seems there was a woman stabbed on the Rosslare ferry coming out in Fishguard. We also had a protest out in Dunleary. There's a couple of videos from that as well, from where a girl was attacked, or sorry, I think she was attacked, and then two girls were given drink. Oh, listen, it's really gone ridiculous now. I have to say, it's really gone ridiculous. We've loads of other stuff there as well. Philip Dwyer was outside the expo yesterday for the refugees, and he got to have a chat with one of the people that was working in there. So I'm going to bring Orla up there. Hello there, Orla. How are you?
Hey, Paul. How are you?
I'm good, hon. How are you? It's all good tonight. It's all kicking off, isn't it? Have you seen this? There looks serious incident on ferry coming into Rosslare. I've seen that already, yeah.
Does anyone know what happened?
It seems a woman was stabbed or killed. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. Michael John Dennis there. Good evening from Manchester. Good evening, John. How are you? Can you hear me now? Can't hear you, Paul.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Can you? Okay, that's grand.
Oh no, well, I can hear you through the phone here now.
Yeah, what about the Algerian in Kerry yesterday? Yeah, I seen that as well. I'll pull that up as well. It's how are you, Rapunzel? Obviously, that's you he's talking about.
Back again. Or to be Paul. Maybe yeah. I'm only human, it's me. Could be you, Paul.
No,
hi, Mickey. How are you?
Hiya, lads. Hiya, Mickey. How's things? Yeah. But Jesus Christ, we've had a crazy few days, you know what I mean? We really have, like, you know what I mean?
I know.
It's gone ridiculous, like. And then we had Gavin being threatened by this guy Cannon. Have you seen this? Wow.
Look, well, that guy is an absolute lunatic. And you know what? All he's looking for is attention. I don't share anything belonging to him because he's just, like, that's all he wants is attention.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. It's crazy, you know? Yeah, it is. It's just ridiculous, like, what's going on, you know what I mean? Like, if that was a lefty politician, should we see the guy getting the community service for whatever and getting jail for threatening Mary Lou McDonald? Like, you know what I mean? Come on. People who threaten you like that, you know what I mean? If it's good for one, it has to be good for the other. But this fella Cannon I'm actually, geez, we're up to 200 there already, lads. We're flying. Fair play to you. I'm actually going to go with the git, okay? Because the git, I'm going to play Gavin's one now in a few minutes as well, but I'm going to go with the git because he puts it in a nutshell.
This is Cannon. I've made videos before about him and his incitement. Who be the one Jamaican threats, and Gardaí need to arrest Captain Fingerpaint immediately. If you want to know more about him after this video, you can check them out.
Every migrant out there is supposed to carry a weapon, you know? They don't even know how to protect their own fucking country.
You touch my family, I will become a terrorist in your country. Matter of fact, I'm going to plant things right now in this country just in case you do anything to my family. And the minute it happens, boom.
He has a free rein to incite violence, and then when it catches up on him, he runs to the guards and the media. Irish citizen moved out of his home by Gardaí after racist death threats. Yesterday he made a threat against an elected official.
To keep people with the inclusion and diversity talk.
If the Irish government don't find this guy, we're going to find him ourselves and deal with him. Alright, we're tired of it now.
And in the last hour he doubled down on the threat with this post. Keep hiding like you hide from the Brits.
I keep pretending, and you as well, Gavin Pepper. Your days are numbered, you little hypocritical bastard.
If them threats were made by an Irish person, or were directed at the establishment or left-leaning politicians, they'd be arrested straight away. So why isn't he? Is it because he has friends in the media and the establishment? Is he a state asset, otherwise known as a useless idiot, being used to stir up tensions even further, so that when his actions come to bite him in the arse and that he is caught up with, they have their big bad far away, far right and racist headlines, and reason to suppress us with more laws? Cannon was up all night last night, writing poetry. Let's end the video with some of it. I'm fighting for my children. They fight against migrants. The Irish who inherited government jobs murdered one of my child and kidnapped 2 of them. My priority is to remove them from this mad country. I'm starting to think maybe English rule would have helped me. Don't give them a job so they can rob your fucking soul. If you get me fired, I'm robbing your house. That's just how it goes, bitch. The only time Cannon ever worked was when he typed it. And shank up all racists. And remember, to Cannon, you're a racist if you're white and you haven't publicly apologised for slavery. Oh, by the way, Cannon, if you had any brains, you wouldn't be declaring your support for British rule in the area you're living in now.
Oh, Jesus. That's actually worse than anything else, isn't it?
Yeah, Mick doesn't give a shit. He is right.
But this
And
is all what it's about. Like, that's all he cares about. He's just looking for attention. I don't share anything belonging to him.
Yeah, I'm the same. I wouldn't give the fella oxygen, you know.
No,
One
I
of the new
wouldn't.
to the
No.
parish came up from Dublin to Belfast at the weekend, bottled some fella in Belfast. It's kept very quiet on media. What is that there, RS? Fill us in a bit more on that there and we'll talk about it. Jesus, how was he allowed to do that? Exactly how was he allowed
But
to do that?
Mickey, he's doing it ages. Like, I mean, how many videos has he done? And he's still walking around the place and nothing's been done to him. He's just getting away with it.
Yeah.
But if me or you said something like absolutely tiny and didn't even mean anything by it, the guards would be at our door.
She'll look at Derek Bly. Derek Bly's house was
Exactly, Tom.
they knocked on his door on Friday night for the mean tweet because he said somebody was raped in Ballahadreen. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, you know, it's a bit, you know what I mean? Paul Murphy is very quiet. They're all very quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't speak the lingo. But thanks. Yeah. One of the kids will be out. But how's it going? Yeah, how's it going, everyone? Paul O'Neill, let me ask you. I wouldn't ask Garda jack shit. They are part of the problem. Canada's establishment plant and councillors looking for protection is only bring hate speech laws. Gavin's not looking for protection. Gavin just wants the fair amount of protection given to him as what's given to everybody else. Come on now, you know what I mean? Like the same thing happened here last year before the elections. There was 2 assassination attempts on Malachy, and that was kept out of the media. You know what I mean? We reported on it. But like, it like, you know what I mean? If something happens to Patrick Quinlan or something happens to Glenn Moore, nobody gives a shit because they're on our side. You know what I mean? But I know. The likes of Conor Reddy gets a threat now from the little. So I have to go. I'm going to tell it. Like he put in a motion against Gavin for Gavin supposed to be giving out to him about something. Oh, he said this and he said that, and like this is what they put in motions for. You know what I mean? Gavin has put in a big motion now for. I think I'll play the video now in a minute, but there's going to be a march on the 5th. I think it is.
That's next Wednesday, isn't it? Next Wednesday.
Yeah. What's this? Pepper needs to take serious precautions to protect himself and his family. This darkie needs to be taken care of before it's too late. Yeah, I think Gavin already is taking precautions. He's right too. You know what I mean? Gavin has young kids. You know what I mean? But running from work, man. Yeah, what's this? Irish kid has it in one. He's just brilliant. Like, you know what I mean? Paddy M5 and Paul O'Neill. How he is, boys? How he is, everyone? The woman dead on Rosslare ferry. What was it? Do we know?
Does anyone know what happened? Like, did a fight break out? I just heard like somebody was stabbed. Hi, John.
Yeah, we don't know. Even all there's all just even an agent provoke. Yeah, he is definitely. Yeah, because he's been in pictures with all of them. Like you know what I mean. These are all as bad as each night, whatever that means. Martin Ellis, something strange there about this guy. There is, because he's a plant. You know what I mean? And Piccadilly Gardens in Manchester city centre is bad enough, but Dublin and Ireland is far scarier. It is far scarier. It is. Serious incident, Rosslare, and Captain called the Gardaí, Ori Voyne, armed Gardaí on the scene. 1 woman dead. Jesus Christ, 1 woman dead. I'm just going to play this. Now that was quiet. That was all quiet there Saturday because why is a Jamaican lad calling himself a migrant in the first place? What war is he escaping apart from the one he has now made? Yeah. Apparently a migrant stole a truck. Oh, okay. Now these are all I don't know. These are all apparently, so I'm just saying what's coming in the comments there. So don't quote me on it. But if anyone has any information, we will update people as we're going along. Yeah, armed Gardaí and ambulance is at the port. Their reaction, oh, you hurt my feelings. Our reaction, see a better therapist. Someone just said, I heard it's travellers, maybe take it with a pinch of salt. Well, you can't really take it with a pinch of salt. Somebody's dead, you know what I mean? So, it's travellers, don't worry about it. No, you can't do that. Like, somebody has died, you know what I mean?
No, he probably means as in, we don't know whether it's travellers, we don't know who it is, as in, it could be just yourself, rumours.
Witnesses say a ring of steel around the ferry, next sailing cancelled. I seen that it's cancelled tomorrow at 2:00. I'm not coming to Ireland anytime soon. You're right, Michael. To be honest with you, I don't blame you. Yeah, only hearing this. Anyone know what the turnout was like in Dunleary this evening? There was a few there, all right. I have Kathy's speech there. I'll come up. I'll talk about it now in a minute. You can't give out about Garda pepper spraying people when you look for their help. That's hypocritical. Come on. You know what I mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? You can't give out about them pepper spraying people when you look for their help. That's it. It should be hypocritical, not hypothetical, is it? What is a hypothetical? Whatever. But that's their job. It's their job to protect you. You know what I mean? Like, and we all know they're not protecting us. But there you go. There's another one there that Gavin went out, and Gavin spoke to the guards last night, and they just says, well, he hasn't done anything, so when he does something, then you can call us. Come on.
See, that's what you get. Yeah, because I know.
What happened about the two girls that were filled full of drink, 14 years old? I have that video there as well.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Hypocritical, she means. Okay, why hypocritical? Like, it's their job, you know what I mean? Who else do you report it? You know what I mean? What do you do? You know what I mean? What do we do? Do we just go and find Cannon and dance all over and then we get charged for it? Come on. You know what I mean? Let the guards do their jobs here. You know what I mean? If they ever are going to do their jobs. I've heard, I never had any problems with travellers at all. Good people. I hung around with travellers for years and they were good people. You know what I mean? They used to rob people at tarmac and all that. But hey, listen, you know what I mean? What do you do? Hey, Air Force, yeah, okay.
But look, we don't know. It's probably just all rumours at the moment, Probably maybe no more tomorrow.
Exactly. Just let me see if I can find this Dunleary thing. I had it there a minute ago. Well, there's that. This is what was put out in the news, breaking news. I'm just going to share this for a minute on it. And tour screen. There we go. That's the breaking news there. Armed Gardaí dealing with serious incident on board ferry arriving at the Rosslare Europort. It is believed that the captain of the ferry, which travelled across the Euro seeking fishguard, made an emergency call for assistance after an apparent violent incident on board as a ferry approached Rosslare. The next sailing from Rosslare fishguard has reportedly been cancelled, and Gardaí deal with the incident. Gardaí declined to comment on an active situation, but they did confirm that it's a serious incident and a delicate situation. So yeah, that's
Christ.
Jesus, it is crazy, like, you know what I mean? It really is. Really is. It's
hard just to keep up with everything that's going on. Like, it's just. Like, I sent over a load of stuff to you today now. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know how we keep track of stuff.
Yeah. I'm just going to share this. This is the Dunleary thing that people are talking about in the comments. Okay, just let me share this. People of Dunleary, last Thursday, 2 14-year-old girls were coaxed by this man, a lot older, whom gave them vodka and beer. He then grabbed one of the girls by the throat and shoved his tongue down her neck. The girl collapsed and was taken to hospital, where she was out for 4 hours. Another lovely doctor from Albana College, Dunleary. Please warn your children to be vigilant. That's what he looks like there. He's like a Samuel L. Jackson lookalike, you know what I mean? But
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But then we had, I'm going to stop sharing that there, sorry. But then we had Kathy. And Kathy ran in the local elections over there. Let me see if I got that. Yeah, she spoke for a few minutes over there, and I'm just going to play it there now.
Children, once again, there has been an attack on a young girl. This time, she was choked before being tried to kiss by somebody in here. She is now in hospital. How many times does this have to happen before we are listened to? There has been time and time again our children have been in danger and nothing has been done. In fact, it seems they are more protected. Hear, hear. Yeah. We don't know who is in here. No. We have had no consultation whatsoever. We are being ignored while our children are being attacked. How many more children have to be harmed before we're listened to?
Enough's enough!
Enough is enough!
Get them
Enough
home!
is enough!
What them in! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
Can I say one more thing? You can judge a society on how they treat their children, how they treat their young. That is the measure of a society. Do we want to be a society who doesn't protect our children? No, we bloody don't. Absolutely not. We must protect our young first and
That's Cathy. Cathy ran now in the locals and the generals out there in Dunleary. And of course, he let in that other gobshite. What's his name? Silver Spoon Boy. He got in, didn't he? Is that Cathy? Yes, that is Cathy. Yeah, sheepdog. Yeah. Yeah.
Dear God,
Cheers, lady. I met Cathy. Cathy's a good woman, I have to say. She is a good woman. But, yeah, but like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? It really is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? But, back on now, am I? Yeah, I'm back here. Now you're gone off, Orla. We're having a glitch here all of a sudden. But, hang on. Just the doll is drenched in the blood of the innocent. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Cathy is a true warrior. She is. Yeah, there is no political nor democratic solution. She's a topper. She is. Cathy is good, I have to say, and she. I could be wrong. Yeah. Okay. But let me just see. Can I pull up the newspapers where I had here? What did I do? Yeah, somebody was talking about. Somebody was talking about this a few minutes ago, just on the chat, about the man who stabbed someone in Kerry. Just let me make that a bit bigger. Yeah, okay. Court told of Algerian man stabbed girlfriend's brother 7 times in Listowel incident. This is from today. A 25-year-old Algerian man appeared in court in Tralee accused of stabbing his girlfriend's brother 7 times in Listowel. Zidane Houari, an Algerian asylum seeker living at the iPass Centre in the City West in Dublin, appeared in Tralee District Court this morning. He faces 2 allegations arising from one incident in the early hours of Sunday morning. So we're Tuesday now. So obviously he did this and he was shipped back to Dublin to the iPass Centre in City West and then brought back down this morning. So like they do something in one area and they just moved them to another area. This is what happened. He faces 2 allegations, described by Gardaí as a frenzied attack. Jeez. Judge David Waters gave his consent to Mr. Houari being released on bail, but he was remanded in custody unless he lodges a payment of €1,000. It's alleged that at a house party in Clenville, Listowel, in the early hours of Sunday morning, Mr. Houari stabbed his girlfriend's brother 7 times with a knife. Arising from this, he faces 2 charges, one of assault, one causing harm to the man he stabbed, and one to producing a knife. Judge David Waters refused jurisdiction upon hearing the nature of what was alleged. The state objected to the bail application of Mr. Houari's solicitor. Judge Waters noted that he's refusing jurisdiction. He accepted the seriousness of the alleged offending. Detective Garda said the state has witness accounts identifying Mr. Houari as the defender. Mr. Houari arrived into Ireland in 2022 and applied for asylum. He was then refused permission to remain in the state lawfully. Mr. Houari is appealing this. Now, if Mr. Houari, if they had done their jobs and deported this man, this guy would not have been stabbed 7 times. You know what I mean? Solicitor John Cashel said his client has instructed that he has refugee status rather than an asylum seeker. They should have no status. And especially for this, you do this, you're gone. Cheerio, out to wherever you came from. That's it. But that was that one, yeah. That's what someone was talking about there earlier. So that's what that is.
Jesus Christ.
So he's remanded, and if he gets £1,000, sure, sure, he's gone. You know what I mean? Once that £1,000 is put down, he's gone. You know what I mean? There's no coming back. He won't be coming back to do any of this, to go to any courts or do anything. You know, that's how it works. You know what I mean?
God Almighty, lawless Ireland, as I say.
What about the recruitment in Croke Park for the unvetted, frightening, especially home care recruiting? No way I could accept one of them in my family. It's true. The globalists even corrupted the Catholic Church. It's true. But let me just have a look there. Have I got?
Yeah, was it Liz saying that about the healthcare? See, the thing is, there is so many of them in healthcare. See, they're cheaper.
Yeah. I know. Just looking here to see that they pull down that film one. Oh no, I know where that is. That's over here. Yeah, go on. Just keep talking there for a minute, and I'll find this. Yeah. Film.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't know. It's just crazy. It's absolutely mental. And then I heard somebody message me a little while ago about a rape. I don't want to say where, because she doesn't have the full information yet, so we don't know who did it, but it was a young girl leaving work, and yeah, allegedly raped. So I'm just waiting to hear more information about it. So
when did this happen? Do we know?
I'm not sure if it was yesterday evening.
Wow.
As I said, you know, she's going to try and find out more. She doesn't know who the assailant is as yet. So, and I don't want to say anything in case, you know, I don't have full information. You know, I just got message this evening over.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
But like Paul, it's not even now. We're hearing things daily. You're literally hearing things on the hour, every hour.
A couple of times. Yeah. Well, there you go. We've just broke 2 stories here in the matter of an hour. Not even an hour.
Yeah, I know.
Lads were flying there.
I know. It's shocking. There. And then, did you hear the Social Democrats have come up with a great idea about the bins, about the knife bins? Yeah. Isn't that brilliant? I can just see people now just racing out to drop in their knives. Of course, you know, there'll be a queue around the corner to do that.
Yeah, there it is there. Social Democrats propose knife surrender bins to tackle violence in Dublin. Knife crime has gone through the roof in Dublin, and I think they need to tackle this. They really do need to tackle this.
Yeah.
Now, I had a girl on to me on Twitter, Danielle Hewson is her name, but she gave me stick all the time about the knife this and the knife that. So I said I'd invite her on if ever we discuss this. You know what I mean? I might just, if she's listening there, just send me a message there on Twitter, and I'll send you the link, Danielle, if you want to come on and talk about this. But yeah, this needs to be stamped out. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the Soc Dems are talking about. Like, what do they think this is? A peace process, like where you bring in all your arms and just throw them in there? That's not going to happen.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not like the bottle bank. Do you know what I mean? For every knife, you're going to get 15 cents back. Do you know? It's just, it's ridiculous. You know?
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. It is now.
You know?
But again, Gannon.
Like, they also need to be looking about, you know, they're talking about knives, but what sort of knives? Like, yes, you've got your kitchen knives, but like, what about your machetes and all that? Like, all that needs to be looked at as to where is all these weapons coming into? You know, how are they getting into the country?
You see, I've been getting stick on Twitter off the same 6 gobshites, and it's only the same 6. Like, you know what I mean? About that I'm up on weapons charges, and I did this, and I did that. And listen, there was a pen knife that size in my bag. Okay, it would have killed you if I had wanted it to kill you. It was there to cut down posters. Okay, I've went through this whole lot.
I know.
I have never carried a knife in my life.
I know.
Never. You know what I mean? And I never would. And the people that do that are the lowest of the low. I just don't like knives. Knives are not good. You know what I mean? Whatever about standing out and having a straightener off someone, or, you know, whatever. I'm all for that. You know what I mean?
But I mean, the Irish Freedom Party came out and said that the penknife was there to cut down the posters. Like, it's just people just being gobshites, you know yourself.
That's all it is. Like, you know what I mean?
You know, they're just trying to wind you up. Yeah, look, they're just trying to wind you up. Don't mind them.
Knife crime is rampant in this city now. Yeah. Knife crime is worse. This is the worst worst city for knife crime in Europe at the moment, I'd say.
But that's what I'm saying. Like how, like, I guarantee it's not just knives, as in like kitchen knives. It's probably machetes. It's probably, God knows, swords, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, all that needs to be looked at as to how they're getting into the country as well. It's probably a black market for all this as well.
Listen, these are bringing them in. Sure, you know what I mean? You can buy a machete.
Oh, Michael John there.
When I worked in Tesco's, we had a restrictive rules on selling knives. Yeah, well, like, you know, listen, I bought my knife in Woodies. I walked into Woodies. It was on the shelf. I bought it. I used it for cutting ropes. I was using it for... Listen, there was a screwdriver on it. It was a great tool. Like, you know what I mean?
Paul, it's a pen knife. Like, your scouts have pen knives. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, like, how do you just walk into a shop and buy a machete, you know?
Yeah, what was this? You can't reason with a turnip at 0. Heck, even Gavin Pepper had a word with him last year. It was like talking to Ginger Wall. Yeah, you're right. Frank Barron, what's Frank saying? Hi, Michael Davina.
Yeah.
Anyone finished? Now, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play. They were talking about this expo yesterday.
Lost to see there talking about any fishing shop. Does he mean like a penknife? Oh, no, the bigger knives, yeah. But, like, you're not just going to walk in to a shop and buy a machete and just have that handed out to you, you know?
There probably needs to be...
Where are they getting all the weapons from?
There has to be more stringent laws on machetes and everything else like that. There has to be, like, you know what I mean?
We've seen some of these running around with swords and everything, like, you know, we're not living in medieval time.
Yeah, I know. Now, in saying that, the guy in Cork with the sword a few weeks ago, he had bought that at an antique shop, and apparently it's not illegal to carry it because it's an antique. He was just carrying it home. Yeah, that's what that happened there. Did anyone see Borderless last night? Showed all the far-right thugs at all the protests. It was the most biased, racist against Ireland propaganda I've ever seen. Google Hope and Courage Collective.
What was that on? Is that like a repeat from before? Because remember there was one done and ISP featured quite heavily in it.
Yeah, but they arrested 3 guys. They arrested 3 guys from Coolock off the back of it, you know?
Right.
Someone saying there, you have to have an ID to buy even a small knife now. I didn't know that. But you can go into Woodies and still buy the knife I was caught with. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Liz Pepper, they are probably bringing them in with them. They sure don't. Yeah. Well, let's be honest about it. If they're coming in through the north, coming in through the train, as I said, there's trains every hour coming to the north now. It's like the Migrant Express. And there's no customs, there's no nothing. They just get off the train, walk off, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? It's disgraceful. The guards know the mosques are full of weapons. Yeah, mosques. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Listen, they probably are. You know what I mean? Machete is something used in rainforests. Yeah, well, this is where these people are coming from. You know what I mean? Rainforests. Amazon, you can't get anything online. You can get anything online on Amazon. Yeah, of course you can. Frank should sing the national anthem at the end of each live. How are you, Frank? Listen, Frank, if you want to do that, you can do that, mate. I think I actually had, didn't we have Tracy do it one night?
Oh,
Tracy,
did you? Yeah.
Ladies, at the very minimum, get a personal alarm. Yeah, I agree. What's this now? Saw that shite before, KR Borders and Lawyers, Paul. Yeah, it's bullshit. I watched it myself. You know
I did the one that was before, yeah.
Oh, it was, yeah, it was. But they always seem to bring it out when Coolock has a court case. That's what they do. Right, okay. Coolock was back up yesterday in the High Court, so that's what they do. They bring it out for that, you know. Chefs have even got into trouble for carrying their own sets of knives to and from work. Yeah. Listen, I know someone who was on the Dart going into town, going into work one morning at 6:30 in the morning, and there was a guy there, a black guy, sharpening knives on the train. Now, listen, he could have been a chef, but I'd say the people sitting around him shit themselves. Like, you know what I mean? She said she moved and everything, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, you can't just do that. You know what I mean?
I know. It's ridiculous.
Was it a knife crime in Rosslare? We don't know, Frank. We haven't heard anything.
We heard it stabbing, but look, we don't know for certain.
They call them zombie knives, yeah. But you look at the knife, you look at that chap that got killed, the migrant fella that got killed in town. That was one stab. That was just one stab, and that went through his heart and killed him. He bled out. For a couple of seconds after that, he's still standing there and he's holding his chest, like, you know, he seemed to be holding the jacket closed, and then he died. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you're caught carrying a knife, you should get jail. I don't care. You know what I mean? If pedophiles, If paedophiles can get away with the shit they're getting away with, surely to Jesus they can
Yeah, I
do
know.
this. You know what I mean? Like, people are getting done for the knives. You know what I mean? Ireland needs chefs. No, I get that. Ireland needs chefs. I know that, but you don't need to be sharpening your knives on the dart on the way into work. You know. Yes, on TV3, the NGO set up Courage and Hope Collective, especially for migrants affected by far-right thugs. I was shocked at all the stuff and shite.
Yeah.
What lunatic sharpens knives on a train or a bus for fuck? Yeah, there you go. But I'm telling you, it happened. You know what I mean? I seen Garda coming out of Ipass in Crow Park with big machetes in evidence bags and no suspects.
Oh, of course.
Listen, we
Must have
seen
forgot
them last year.
Oh, they must have forgot them on the way out.
No, but we seen them last year. Like at was it last year? It was last year at Sandwich Street. Like, a man was arrested, that nut job, the far lefty lunatic, whatever his name is, that tried to drive through Gavin's friend in Amy Street. Him and another migrant were taken out of there with a sword, a samurai sword. We haven't heard of any arrests, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And any hardware shop sells saws and machetes. How else do you look after the garden? Yeah, I get that. That's what I'm saying to you. But listen,
He's talking about size. Shh. Don't give them any ideas. They haven't come across them yet.
Paul, who oversees that National Alliance Party, seen some shit messages in WhatsApp and Telegram groups about you and Anto since you switched to Ireland First. As far as I know, there's no National Alliance Party. There's no such thing as the National Alliance anymore. The National Alliance is gone. That was just put together for... And
Ken,
what shit exactly is it, Ken? Sorry, it's all
bullshit. Would you be able to send on the messages to Paul? Be interested to see them.
If you could
That'd
send them on to me, I would like to. You can send them
I think
on
the
to me.
National Alliance is gone. That was only for the elections.
That's gone.
So it's gone.
You can send me, Ken, on 089 203 1521, because there's a lot of people talking shit about us. I'm being honest with you. And there's a lot of people that will be held accountable for talking shit to us, because I'm telling you what we're going to do. We're going to do a live stream here one of the nights, and we're going to call all these people into the studio, and we'll see who's telling lies. Okay, so watch this space. This will be epic, this one, you know what I mean? But send me on them if you want. But as far as I know, there's no National Alliance anymore.
I think that was only there for the elections, and it's gone now.
Now, whether Frank is talking about, I'm in the Patriots of Era group, and that's a nationalist alliance. Whether you're talking about that now, I don't know. But if you are, you can say yay or nay. You know what I mean? Paul, can you buy pepper spray in Dublin for protection? No, you can't. But what you do is you buy
a woman is not allowed carry pepper spray because it is against the law, which is ridiculous. You know.
But if you have a pain in your leg, girls, buy yourself a tin of deep heat. Does exactly what it says on the tin.
Great for muscle pain, yes. You know, when you're out walking.
Great for muscle pain, yes. Great. Just don't get it in your eyes, ladies, because it could burn the eyes out of you, like it really could. So don't get it in your eyes, okay? I was being sarcastic, Paul. Oh yeah, engineers, doctors, and chefs. Oh yeah, okay. I lost at sea. Sorry. Speaking of that mockumentary, was a good time watching Philip Dwyer and Carol Murphy dismantled it. Yeah, exactly. The frenzied knife attack in Kerry, and it's called Assault by Garda. Yeah. I think I will buy deep heat spray. You should, Liz, because it's very good for muscles, but don't get it in your eyes. Don't. It could blind you. Share this.
Thanks, Vincent.
Musa Dugan.
Every time I say Vince's name, I keep thinking Vincent Brown, as in literally, Vincent Brown.
So do I. Vincent Brown, yeah. But maybe it is Vincent Brown.
You never know.
The National Alliance is finished, thank Christ. Okay, Jay. Yeah, it's over now, so we don't have to worry about stuff like that. I always kept a glove and ball with my bat. I used to myself. Well, I trained under 13s or hurling, so I always have hurls in the boot. You know what I mean? So yeah, hair lacquer would be the same. But Liz is just saying there, I need it because I run. That's exactly why you have it with you, Liz. Yeah. Just in case you get a cramp, you have the deep heat with you. And you can buy them in little miniature bottles as well. You don't have to buy the big one. You can buy little ones. There's little spray ones. So don't get cayenne in your eyes. I learned that lesson several times before. Yeah, there's that as well. Cayenne pepper, that'll burn the eyes out of you. Just watch yourself with it. Personal responsibility. That is what freedom means. Otherwise, you may ban cars. Yeah. Vincent
Oh,
was
she's
the
trying to
last
do
good
that
egg.
anyway, sure. Aren't they by 2030? We're not supposed to be driving around in cars either.
Yeah. At the time, you had to use the pepper spray. Sure, if you say women aren't allowed it, you could say that for a second. You could thought you were a man. Okay, Davina, I'm not getting it. But hi all, hi Ray, or Rat. I don't know who's that. Don't know who the fuck that is. Knives don't kill people. People kill people. And every kitchen in the country has knives. You can't get rid of every knife in the country. I'm not saying get rid of every knife in the country, but I'm saying people carrying knives around for that purpose to stab somebody. Like, you know what I mean? It's, you know, it's not good. You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't agree with it. You might have your beliefs as well, Al. Sorry, but you walk away. But my belief is they shouldn't be allowed to carry them. You know.
Well, not like in
Hi,
public
Emmanuel.
transport where they're out sharpening them and things like that. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we gay men are in the same position as women in terms
Yeah.
of self-defense. Well, Michael John, you get yourself some of that as well, just in case you pull a muscle. Is Gavin Pepper? It's Gavin Pepper spray, lol. DP, yeah. Speaking of, hang on, I'm just gonna. Gavin speaks about this threat as well. I'm just gonna go with this now, lads. We're flying in here. We're nearly up to 800, so I'll just play Gavin. No, do you know what I'm gonna go with? Sorry, we were talking about the expose yesterday for the thing. This is one of the people who was involved in it, and Philip catches her. Watch this.
Yeah, how did you get on today?
Really well. It was
What company are you with?
Irish Home Key.
Irish MK.
Yeah,
What are
Irish
they?
Home Key.
Home Key. Okay.
Home Key, yeah. We recruiting carers to work in Home Key.
Oh, home care.
Yeah,
oh,
out
sorry,
in the community.
Okay, so you got a few carers today, did you?
We did. We had loads of applications, some really good candidates. So definitely a worthwhile event to attend.
Okay, so a lot of people are there, Irish people are saying it's advertised for refugees, is it?
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
And are all these people refugees coming in here today?
Well, I didn't ask them exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, because it's a bit concerning. That doesn't, like, why does it exclude? Why does it exclude other people?
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Is that a difficult question? Is it a difficult topic for you? Might be something wrong going on here, maybe, or no? Something illegal, maybe? No? Give yourself a voice. Say what you think. Say what you think.
I don't give you permission to use this footage.
Well, you're in public. You're on a public street. I mean, unfortunately. What are you afraid of? People need to know what's going on, that's all. We're just trying to tell people what's happening.
That's mad, isn't it? She thought he was RTA or someone. Did you see that? And just at that moment, she knew she messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She told him everything. So there you go. Refugees and asylum seekers are getting carers jobs in this country to look after our most. Listen, children are the most vulnerable, but our old people are the second most vulnerable people in this country.
And people with
disabled
disabilities.
people. And disabled people, exactly. And these people are coming in and getting handed out jobs. Why wasn't there a carers day for Irish people? You know what I mean?
I know. Because I said that, Paul. They've been brought in because they're cheaper than Irish people. And that's why there's so many foreign staff in care homes and all that.
Okay, well, I'm going to share this with you now. Hang on. Sorry, I don't want to do that. I want to share it.
Actually, Owen just sent me a message. Owen, will you send it on to Paul, please? I think he sent on a news article to me, but I'm using my phone.
Yeah, hang on there. I'm just going to read this. This is for the employers now. This is, you get a $7,500 grant payable over 18 months. Have you seen this? If approved,
I think
now
so.
this is for the employers. Okay. If approved, the employer will receive the following payments over an 18-month period for each eligible person they recruit and retain in employment. From the 1st of October 2024, the following rates apply. Grant $7,500 payable over 18 months. Job seeker recipients, disability allowance, blind, personal thing. Job seeker recipients include claimants. So this is what they get, right? I think I'll go on to the next one there. No, we don't want that one. That's the latest Vulture Ireland poster. Look, lads. Isn't that cool? But why isn't that going any bigger for me? No, that's
So
very
this
small.
payment is given. This payment is given to employers to what, encourage them to hire foreign people. Is it?
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's exactly what it's for. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I just jumped in there. I didn't want to do that. But yeah, there's another one here. I'll just read it here now. A person with refugee status who is getting a qualified payment, no qualifying period is required. 7.5 grand. Age under 30, who was getting job seeker, disability allowance, blind pension, job seekers you get 7,500. If you're aged between 30 and 50, you're eligible for it. You get 7.5 grand. Traveller, hang on now. This gets better. A traveller, aged over 50 who was getting job seeker gets 10 grand after 18 months. So that's what the company gets. If you hire a traveller or a person of Roma ethnicity getting a qualifying payment, DSP may seek more information, but you get 10 grand.
Right.
A person who with a recent criminal record or a history of addiction qualifies for 10 grand. Like, come on, like what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's going on? You know what I mean?
And then all the qualified people out there looking for work as well.
Exactly. You know what I
mean?
It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, you know what I mean? Our own people. Like, I have a video there. Have I got it there? I pulled it down earlier, but I'm gonna go with Gavin. Okay, the threat on Gavin. Okay, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
How are you folks? Councillor Gavin Pepper here, and I'm sure by now you are all aware that I was a threat put on my life by a Jamaican immigrant.
All to keep people with the inclusion and diversity talk.
If the Irish government don't find this guy, we're gonna find him ourselves and deal with him. Alright, we're tired of it now.
Everybody's gonna cry as well. Everybody's gonna lose somebody as well. Yeah. Hand over my children, you bastards. You bastards, you hypocritical fucking bastards. 48 hours you have her. I'm doing the same exact thing you did to me, to you. Yeah.
Who seems to be allowed to say whatever he wants because of Senator Bertie Ward. Seems to give these people free rein to say as they please. He causes racial division online on a regular basis, and he's today on a live stream telling more false and misleading information about me. This man told immigrants to strap up and get ready.
All migrants should strap up and protect their migrant families. It's time to get into formation and strap up and protect our families. The government is not doing it, the guard is not doing it, so we must do it for ourselves. Join the black gang, join the migrant gang.
And yet he continues to be allowed to say what he wants. He was previously photographed with Derek O'Brien. I went down to Finglas Garda Station last night to report this man, as if my kids are terrified going to school, my missus is terrified in my home. I'm a public representative, so my details are easily found online. The answer I got in the Garda Station was, they wanted to take me missus's phone, because the video I'm saying is on that, for a couple of months. It depends on what way you take her up what he's saying. That's what the guard said. So he said, I'm not happy with that answer, I'm going to be saying this to the superintendent. And then he said, well look, the best I can do is if anything happens, ring the Garda and they'll come faster because I'll put your address up on the system. That's the answer I got, considering the knife crime in this country right now, where it's through the roof. Me and Councillor Malachy Stenson tried to bring this up in the council about the current crime crisis, and they laughed us out of the council. And days later, there was a man murdered by an immigrant outside the Mansion House on South Ann Street, Lower.
Hey, watch out.
Over in Stoney Batter, a South American went on a knife and stabbing spree. What's going on in our city? We're not safe anymore, but it depends on who you are. If you're a certain politician, they can say whatever they want to you, make all the threats they want to you, but if you're Mary Lou MacDonald, who when she was threatened before, be all over the media and appears to be arrested straight away. We are living in a bad time in Ireland. If immigrants from Jamaica can come in here and threaten public representatives, threaten their lawyers, and get away with it and not get deported immediately, we are living in a bad, bad country.
I agree with everything he says there. And I will agree with that man there. A threat against Gavin should be seen as a threat against all patriots. It's true. It should be. You know what I mean? It really should be.
Cameron's out there, like, physically threatening him. Do you know? This is absolutely ridiculous. What more evidence do they need? He's on video, you know?
This happened to me during my election campaign as well.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So the guards are not doing their jobs. They're not doing their jobs. They have to wait till you're sitting there in a pool of blood with a bleeding sword going through you and say, oh, Jesus, we should have come up with you. Yeah. Now, well, do your job, lads. You know what I mean? Where are the unions on this as regards Pennies and Tesco's? Yeah, exactly. I'm looking for a job. I know I'll go on the gear sorted. Yeah. What's this one here? Immigration is out of control, especially those who get benefits, free housing. But there's a other end of the crisis. Multiple asset landlords, foreign companies saving close to 100% in taxes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That imbecile again threatening people. Yeah, he's a grass. Yeah, the unions back abusive employers like Tesco's. Yeah. Just reading all of this. It was one of the gangsters in Leicester House. They'd be round the clock security. It's true.
I know.
You know what I mean? Helen McEntee got a phone call and there was a bomb, and it was like, you know, it's just ridiculous. Like, you know, Jesus, the comments are flying in here now. Lads, we're up to 800 there now, I think. Yeah, 803. But he's defo a grass, well protected by the state. He is definitely well protected by the state. He is.
He can't be getting away with what he's gotten away with for such a long period of time.
I forgot to say hi to everyone. Hi.
To
Liz, yep, it's appalling. Avril, they want to acknowledge the Irish. They are getting paid of EU for protection. They are, yeah, of course. Yeah. You know, you're living through second plantation. Avril, yeah, that's Avril. Yeah. He incites, what's this? He incites terrorism. He does incite terrorism, yeah.
He's inciting violence.
That's shocking, Gavin. That guy should be arrested for his threats. Of course he should. You know what I mean?
But again, as I said, all he's looking for is attention. And that's why I don't share anything belonging to him.
Yeah, well, do you know what I'm going to share there now? Cal. Do you know Cal, who does Leo the Leader? You know him? Do you ever watch him? Sure. Cal. He does Leo.
On Twitter or something like that?
Yeah, he's on Twitter. He's very funny. I like him now. But I'm going to do it. He done a mock-up of it. Waiting to see this.
Okay.
Wagwan, man. It's Canon here. I want to speak out to all the Irish racists in Ireland. They don't want these unvetted illegal immigrants coming in and potentially raping the children and maybe murdering people on the streets. Why are they so racist? I can tell that they're racist. Me, I'm proper Irish. I've got the culture. I've got everything you need to be an Irish person. Everything to be an Irish person. What? Come on now. I love you, the Irish people, really. Don't worry about it. Yeah, wagwan. Irish people are so racist. don't think they are, really.
He's good. He's very good now, I have to say. Ninja Knight playing video, that guy for time, let people know. Yeah, Ninja has been very good on this. I'm very vocal on it. We must get him on here one night to have a chat with us about it. You know what I mean? Because I like his stuff as well, and he likes me as well. But I've worked 40 years in supermarket retailing, and I was a leftist, but I'm totally sickened by the betrayal of the left towards workers. Yes, it's disgraceful. Yeah, great show, lads. Cheers, Dave. Thanks very much, Mr. T. Saving Gavin to send Gav to Trump. I'm telling you now, we were only talking about it, me and him the other night. I'd love to do it. I'd love to go over. Our government when
we're talking about this now, we should give him a shout out for the march next Wednesday, isn't it?
Gavin's one. I'm going to play it now. I'm going to play it now. Yeah, do it.
And make sure that the details are put up about it against Judge Nolan.
Yeah, exactly. I have it there. Wait, boom. Did I download it?
Mr. T and Colin Farrell had a baby. Very good.
Yeah. I thought I had it there. No, I'll play it now in a minute. I did download it there. There it is there. Yeah, there it is there. Recent exports. Yeah, no, I have it there. I'll pull it down there now while we're talking, and I'll play it in a few minutes. But yeah, Gavin called it. Yeah.
So hopefully there's a good crowd.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm just going to go with, okay, Neil Murray. Do you know Neil Murray? Neil is a TikToker guy. He's a taxi driver. Good fella, great fella. He puts out some great stuff. But he just got word this evening. This is the word he got this evening.
Stands together. Athlone stands together. Another young girl attacked outside Athlone iPass Centre. He dragged her down the road to iPass entrance where he was caught on security camera. It has been handed over to the guards.
That's
Neil's very good. He does some very funny videos.
He's brilliant. Yeah, he is brilliant. Yeah. But,
so what happened?
The girl was
dragged more information.
No, that's all I got there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have at the minute. But I'll have a look through TikTok now in a while and see if there any more. You know, but yeah, it's just crazy, like, isn't it? Let's be honest about it. You know, it's disgraceful. But we were talking about the Dun Lady. That was the Dun Lady iPass. I'm just going to show this video here of what happened. I think it was. Yeah, I think she went in and yeah.
That fella that was here the other night gave his daughter a drink. She was in hospital for 4 hours. Where's his coat? Where's his coat? I'll show you the picture of him. Give me them. Thanks very much. Yo, what the fuck is that video? Fuck off, don't put your hands on me.
I think that was a woman that went in and the father, and it seems your man was plying the child with gargle. Gardaí caused a standoff yesterday before arresting a man in Greystones while his wife was in court dealing with an eviction notice put on by the Ulster Bank. Shame on them. We seen that yesterday, yeah. I did see that yesterday. Cannon needs to be introduced to a Ballyfermot diplomat. Yeah, I'd like to see it. First, you must know who you are, then you know your enemy, then you will lose every battle. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Yeah, they're putting hundreds of horny males into these places, but what the government expect will happen. Sit around and sing Cumbo. Yeah, it's right, but we've been shouting this from the rooftops for the last nearly 3 years, and nobody's listening. Nobody is listening. The stabbing in the Kerry at the weekend was an African. Yeah, we've already covered that. Yeah, we covered that already. How he is, Davina and Chris. How he is doing. Everyone's good. But I'm going to see what's in the papers here. What have I got? Dangerous. Yes. Okay. We have our Irish prisons. Okay, I'm going to talk about the prisons. Okay. I'm going to present this now. This is from... Let me just make it bigger. A dangerous and shocking situation, overcrowded jails leading to inmates sleeping on cell floors and early release of criminals. It's like a revolving door. The government has been accused of running a revolving door policy in the country's crowded jails, as the number of inmates being released early due to shortage of space more than doubled in the past 2 years. Prisoner numbers have reached their highest yet of 5,181, with 346 inmates forced to sleep on mattresses on cell floors. The figures have been branded truly shocking by the Prison Officers Association, POI, which said the prison service had failed by the Department of Justice. That is some numbers, isn't it? That is some numbers.
And then where you had Thornton Hall, which I only spoke out about there a couple of weeks ago, that was supposed to be a new prison, a super prison. And then they decided to turn it into iPass. Like, we could really do with another prison, because there is just so much crime out there. And then they're filling it then with people who haven't paid their TV license and the likes of us out doing peaceful protests.
Exactly. Now you have it. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm just going I'm going to play this one here now, right? This is just about the prisons. I'm just going to play this and I'll come back. It's only 2 minutes long. So
The number of inmates in Irish prisons has reached its highest number ever at 5,181, with 346 of them sleeping on mattresses on cell floors. Figures have been branded truly shocking by the Prisoner Officers Association, who said the prison service has been failed by the Department of Justice and that the situation inside prison walls is dangerous. As overcrowding puts an increasing strain on the prison service, the number of inmates being given temporary release is also rising to cope with it, with the Prison Officers Association accusing the government of running a revolving door policy in the country's jails. An examination of the daily prison population figures show the number of prisoners on temporary release has more than doubled in 2 years. As the overall number in prison spirals, there are 179 women prisoners in the Duchess Centre in Dublin, a facility with 146 beds, and in Mountjoy Prison there are 947 in custody with 807 beds. When the numbers are broken down further, it can be revealed that Limerick's female prison has 91 inmates in the facility with capacity for 56 beds, and its male prison population is 361 in a facility with 286 beds. On January 31st, 2023, there were 253 prisoners on temporary release when the prison population was 4,398. But on January 31st this year, there were 519 inmates on temporary release when the prison population was 5,075. Yesterday, there were 544 prisoners on temporary release when the prison population was 5,181. POA Deputy General Secretary Gabriel Keaveney said, "The revolving door is back and it's in full flight. Any minister that's saying they're going to be hard on crime, are they going to appoint extra members to the judiciary? Are they going to hold extra court sittings? Well, none of that can count at all when there's nowhere to put prisoners when they come into custody. Additional 333 bed capacity has been created by installing bunk beds in many cells and doubling up the number of inmates in those cells. But these are not classed as permanent capacity." Mr. Keaveney said he has been an official with the POA for 30 years and has never seen the prison service in such crisis. "Our members are flat out around the clock trying to keep control and the environment is really dangerous. The amount of drugs in the prison is horrendous and the number of prisoners on mattresses is truly shocking," he said. He added, "We've predicted this for years. We have raised it with numerous ministers and officials, and bar a handful of cells that have come on board, there's no proposals. We need around 800 to 1,000 new cells in the system just to stand still."
There's breaking news there on the breaking news about hostage situation on Rosslare ferry. Woman killed. Okay, but it's a hostage situation now, is it? What's the story there? What?
Did Owen message you? Owen sent something on to me. Hold on a second, because this is going to be probably... Hold on.
I'll check my phone now. It's hard to be checking everything when you're... No, nothing from Owen. Oh, he did. Sorry, he did. Yeah. Rosslare incident. I'll just send them on to myself there now.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll send them on there.
Yeah, Davina. Yeah. But you would... I seen somebody asking there in the comments about, what is the ratio between, foreign prisoners and Irish prisoners. We don't know.
We don't know, yeah. It's going to take 3 to 5 years to build a new prison. Can you imagine what will happen between now and that? Plus, there's no talk of building a new prison. Mayhem looms, yeah.
But your Thornton Hall was supposed to be the new super prison, and they ended up turning that into an iPass centre.
There you go. Don't forget Barbie Kardashian leaving hair all over the women's jail and threatening them all. Pathetic. He allowed in the women's prison. That's down to Leo again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Locked up for Christmas, the most holy time for Christians. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Chris. How are you, Jaden Chris? How are you, Jaden? Jaden sent me a few things today as well there, yeah. All good down here, Chris. But yeah, I'll have a look at what Owen. Let me have a look there. What you
I think it's a YouTube video, is it? He sent on.
Okay, this is someone else just talking about it. Yeah, can you hear that?
Hear what?
You can hear it. You can't hear it. It's okay. I can hear it. Yeah, so he's coming up there with different stuff there. Oh, we need all that Kerry, and she is good. You need.
Thank you, Jason. Brian, is it Gary can put up a comment there a minute ago as well? Just flew through it. Didn't get to read it properly. Yeah.
Yeah, we have just exceeded 900 live viewers. Keep sharing everywhere, people. Share everywhere. And if you can, buy us a coffee there. The Stripe thing is there. If you can buy us a coffee. If you can't, don't worry about it. But if you can, okay. And if you want to send me in messages there, you can send them in on live on 089 203 142. So, yeah, Allah is the Antichrist. I can prove it. Yeah, I'm listening to they're still there, so all good conversation. If you like Chinese, sorry, but was asked if there was any foreigners that Irish do like. I said to Chinese, what do you think? Do we like Chinese? Yeah, I love a Chinese. Love an L Chinese. I'm gonna be honest with you. I worked in jazz in the village for years, in Coolock for years. I worked in the kitchen and I was also a driver. And I have to say that good people to work with, and they're brilliant workers. You know what I mean? You won't get a lazy Chinaman in the kitchen. I'm telling you now, they are brilliant workers. You know what I mean? It's all about money for them. You know what I mean? And making money. And yup, Brian Garrigan. Have you met Trump yet? Where was Brian's? There it is there. Great show, Brian. Irish Lawyers Matter. Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
Right, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Do you want to come on for a few minutes just to talk about what's going on there, Brian? You're more than welcome, mate. But Ken Donnelly, Paul, that's the Chinese one, yeah. Yup, Brian Garrigan.
Have you something else coming up? Have you another video to put up?
I have. I'm just going to pull Gavin's one down there now. I had it there. I just downloaded it. So, yeah. It'll take a second or two just to download, and then we can go with that.
Because there's two videos that I sent you on today that I want to feature as well tonight.
Okay. You sent them to me today on WhatsApp. I think I sent them on to myself, did I? No, that's the bin one you sent in, wasn't it? You sent me the bin one.
Yeah, well, we've talked about that already. Yeah, it would have been earlier on today.
Earlier on today. So listen, I can just look back through my phone. You see, Orla, you should take down that number as well and send them direct to there, because I have to send them from this to that one then, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just so used to messaging you, Paul.
Yeah, let me see there now. And by the way, I put it up on the thing, or the Ireland Live, not Ireland Live. It was that a Facebook thing you sent me, wasn't it? It was a Facebook thing you sent me.
Was one, yeah, I think one was Facebook and the other one was TikTok, because it was sent on to me on TikTok.
The TikTok one here is about migrants, isn't it?
No.
Is it not? I see a tent. Is that right?
No, it is. That's the one with the tent, but it's about a mother.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
It's about a mother that has been camping out for the last 5 days up at the Dáil because she has a son that has autism, and she's just disgusted over the services, which we all know about. We all learned about them during the election, how bad things are and how children are just left on massive waiting lists for occupational therapy and speech therapy and respite and assessments and CAMs and everything else that's going on, you know. So seemingly she's been out for the last 5 days in a tent outside the Dáil, waiting to speak to some of our delightful elected candidates.
Oh, way. Thanks, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I wasn't calling you sweetheart. My daughter came out to me with a cup of tea. Thank you. Deadly. But, yeah, no, I have that video there. I'm just trying to download it. But I'll tell you what I'm going to go with, okay? I'm going to go with Gavin. This is Gavin calling for the protest for next week for Judge Mark. So let's play that and we'll come back and talk about it.
How are you folks? Councillor Gavin Pepper here. And look, I gave every political party leader in the Dáil the opportunity for the end of the week to call for the resignation of Ireland's worst judge, Judge Martin Nolan, who gives suspended sentences to child molesters, sex offenders and paedophiles like there's no tomorrow, and to call for judicial reform. They all refused to do so, so they've shown where they stand in solidarity with. At next month's council meeting on the 3rd of March, I've put forward an emergency motion that this council repudiates the light sentencing by Judge Martin Nolan, which is contrary to child safety, and recommends that the government initiates legislation for the removal of such judges. If the councillors abstain from the vote or vote against me, we'll know where they stand. After last month's meeting, you all saw how they laughed at us and walked out and told us to close our door on the way out after we wanted to talk about the crime crisis. And then days later, there was a man murdered outside the Lord Mayor's house across the road on St. Anne Street. Knife crime through the roof. We know where these people stand and we're going to call them out for it. Either way, on the 5th of March, I'm calling for a peaceful assembly outside the Dáil at 11 a.m. Judgment Day. That's what I'm calling it. Because we want the judicial reform so people get justice, and we want the removal of Judge Martin Nolan, his resignation. Over 62,000 people have signed a petition for him to be gone. I don't know how he's still in his position. Now, this is not a political protest. So no party banners, no political parties, no people masked up. Come as yourself. We do not want trouble at this. This is the first protest I've ever called myself. So the likes of Sinn Féin and the government would love to see trouble at it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to orchestrate something. So we don't want to see that. This is for every parent, every grandparent, brother, sister, family member of children. This is for every victim who's been failed by the judicial system and didn't get justice in the broken court system. I'm calling on all of you to take the day off work and march in solidarity with me. This country is in a very bad way. Immigration has destroyed it as people are being left behind. Hospital appointments, child special needs places, people waiting for operations. The list is just endless what's going on, and the politicians do not care. So I ask you to please come and stand with me rather than talking about it on the 5th of March on Judgment Day. 11 a.m. outside the Dáil. I hope to see us all there for our peaceful protest. Thank you.
Yeah, brilliant, Gavin. So that's next week. So that's the 5th.
Yeah, that's
so
next
please,
Wednesday.
everybody,
what's it at? 11 o'clock, isn't it? 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Mothers, fathers, grandparents,
Yeah,
everyone.
this is really
get
important.
out there because it's for our children. This is to stop.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best to be there now.
There's no deterrent here for this. And I know there was a precedent set in 2000 and whatever, and people keep going on about that. He has the right to send them to prison. I don't care. He's the presiding judge. Yeah. He can set a new precedent that you're caught with child pornography or you're caught with that crap on your phone, you get a mandatory 5 years or something to that effect. I don't care. That's what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So, Paul, do you honestly believe?
As I said it several times, like every TD in the Dáil should be calling this out. Every councillor should be calling this out. And why aren't they? Yeah. Pretty much anyone I see calling this out are all the nationalists. That's who's calling this out.
Yeah, someone's asking there, Paul, do you honestly believe voting and protests are going to turn this around? Do you actually think your political party is going to be allowed to damage the gravy train? Yeah, I do. I think we can make a change. If this new party, the party comes along here now that we have, and we get the right candidates in and the right people on board, I think we can make a big change here. And I think we can get the votes. But we need to get to Middle Ireland. You know what I mean? Middle Earth, as I call it. You know what I mean? We need to get to Middle Earth because... And what we're doing here every other night, telling the truth. People are seeing the truth. You know what I mean? What's really going on. You know what I mean? Like the viewers are up again. We're up to 1,000 now nearly. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like but people James, are listening to this and they're sharing it, you know?
Yeah. And the thing is as well, James, the more people realise what's going on, the more people are waking up. And the more people are waking up, you know, that's when things will change because they can't keep hiding everything. There's too much going on now. You know, I don't even care whether RT are not putting up stuff. There's too much going on that it's on Facebook, it's on TikTok, it's on X. Like pretty much every single person, unless you're out in the middle of nowhere, is on some form of social media.
Davina is saying there, you didn't see the video on the child that changed the Irish Constitution, did you then? No, I didn't.
What's that about?
Someone, I don't know. Sheepdog, I just bought a scanner for hundreds of thousands of euro at your expense, but just realised I've nowhere to put it. Like that's another ridiculous. That's ridiculous as well, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Did you see that the scanner in the was it in the gallery, the National Gallery or somewhere? They bought a scanner
No.
for 120 grand. They bought a scanner for 120 grand 3 years ago, I think it was, and they had nowhere to put it. And it's still
Oh, is this like a
wherever
printer?
you haven't set it up. Yeah, printer, scanner, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that, yeah.
But, I don't like the Greeks, they invented gayness. Okay. Chinese women came to have her Chinese ethnic genetic baby in Northern Ireland. A Chinese woman came, okay. Jaden Chris, what's Jaden saying? Constitution a piece of paper which the government use as a facade to make itself not look tyrannical. The government sometimes break rules and then get judged by none other than government. Yeah, you're right. Davina, because the rich Chinese woman had a second child and a one-child policy China had. Yeah. Which is none other than the government judging the government. So that's well, that's the same way as GSOC, isn't it? GSOC, it's the police. It's the police investigating the police. It's bullshit. You know what I mean? James, the fucking Chinese are flat out pumping MSG into the Irish people, so I can't stand the little fuckers. No, I don't think my Chinese fella doesn't use it anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, does it not?
But, no. Sheepdog wouldn't fit in the bike shit. Yeah, she was on Ireland AM today, interviewed by the government spokesman. Wasn't it brilliant, your woman getting blocked in Israel yesterday? Was it, what was her name? Was it Sherlock? Was that her name? I don't know what, yeah. She's part of the Palestinian delegation going to Palestine to deal, and she landed yesterday in Pat Kenny. She's on Pat Kenny this morning. I was listening to her break me short laughing. Good on you, good for you. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute.
But,
is this Sherlock TD?
Yeah. She's Sinn Féin TD, yeah.
Is she not the one that turned around? Was she the one that turned around and said that those people in Stony Bar were in the wrong place at the wrong time because they're at the front door?
Wrong time, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what.
Yeah.
Peaceful has worked a treat so far. Yeah, it's true. Remember the gay marriage fiasco? What happened out of the government rules? Yeah, the government made a lesbian pay inheritance tax. She didn't want to pay to the Supreme Court. The government said, yeah, Jaden. But I said this as soon as Leo got in there. As soon as the abortion referendum came in and the whole of the country was Donald Ducked. You know what I mean? But you look what they did. Like, they broke all the scandals.
Anything goes.
But they broke all the scandals about the church just before that referendum. You know what I mean? Before we voted on that.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
No.
And that took the eye off everything. So the only people that were keeping them in check was the church. You know what I mean? The church was saying it was blasphemy, it was this, and it was wrong, it was against whatever. But yet let them bring that trans LGBT shit into the church. You know what I mean? So they're hypocrites, like, you know what I mean? They really are hypocrites, you know? The government is wrong, so make gay marriage legal. Then they use money they stole from their own citizens in America to fund endless amounts of propaganda throughout Europe. It's happening. Yeah. Paul, what time on Wednesday, please? Paul, what time on Wednesday, please? 11 o'clock.
11,
sorry.
outside the Dáil, isn't it?
11 o'clock, Selena. Outside the Dáil, 11 o'clock.
Outside the Dáil. Yeah.
Johnny Apocalypse. I love Gavin and all the Patriots, but the reality is times are tough. People can't take a day off to protest every other week. We need to calm it down and work on the media side hard until the summer. Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do. But listen, Gavin, we've never had a protest about this fella. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people in the country, well, a lot of people in the country are sick of it. Like, everyone you talk to is talking about Judge Nolan and how, and he's letting this fella away with this. And this. Like, there was a guy from Finglas caught 3 weeks ago meeting a child in the Phoenix Park to have sex with a child. Now, he'll go up in front of him now, and he knows he's rubbing his hands. He's rubbing his hands. He's going, sure, Judge Nolan will bleeding down me, and I'll be laughing.
I know.
The truth is like a lion, let it loose. So all it does work in construction, because they're saying he was sticking his jackhammer up his face. But lads, come on. I got halfway through that before I played and copped on what it was. Can have a shite. That's, yeah. Listen, he's your mate. I wouldn't be slagging him. He's your mate, you know. Your masters are pouring the third world into Ireland. Ireland is rapidly turning into a third world shithole. It's nefarious and motivated by race hate. Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm going to play this thing here now. what you sent me. All right, I'm just going to play. I
Yeah,
can't
but that
actually
woman, yeah. I
download
think
it.
it's good to highlight it. She's
I
on
can't
TikTok.
download it. Yeah, hang on. Full screen. Yeah, I can't download it as such. So what I'll
I think
do
I
is
sent
I'll
you, or did I
share.
send it on two? I think I sent you on two.
Camping outside door.
Oh, there we go.
And all because your children has autism and they're being failed for years and years and years. The children of Ireland matter. You know, the disability teams of Ireland are disgusting the way our children are being left on waiting lists. The HSE, St. Michael's, I can go on and go on. A mother, my child at home as a mother, a full-time carer, sitting in my warm bed, not sitting camping outside all early. But this is the reality of a broken system. And well done to all the mothers going to the Board of Education this Friday, being their children's voices. I know that feeling when you're left without a school. You know, from primary to secondary, I had to fight. And fair play to all the parents out there fighting for their children. The children of Ireland matter.
Fair play to her.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's just horrendous. Like, I mean, the amount of people that I met at the doors, you know, was just unbelievable. I remember meeting this grandmother and two kids, 11 and 12, both were waiting for speech therapy. 11 and 12. Like that, they're non-verbal. You know,
Wow.
Then I met another woman out, and she had a 5.5-year-old son who had Down syndrome. And again, like that, 5.5 years he was waiting for speech therapy. It's absolutely disgraceful. And then they're putting money into everything else. It's shocking. They should be putting money into hiring people to be able to do the assessments, to do the speech therapy, to do everything else that's needed, you know, and to look after the children in this country.
Yeah.
Jay, no, Shinadine is going to keep going. Shinadine is a community group. So,
Shinadine is nothing. Shinadine is nothing to do with the party. Nothing to do with the party.
Separate.
Anthony is a member of Shinadine, and Anthony is also the president of Ireland Force now. But the two of them are two separate entities. One is Shinadine Media, one is Shinadine Neighborhood Watch, and vigilante group, as some people call it, which is bullshit. It's just to try and get people out in the community, helping people in the community. That's all it is. The lads are doing it in town at the minute, Paul and Tinker, and they're walking around with a crew. They're stopping these people from being on the boardwalk, taking drugs and the whole lot. They're doing the guards' jobs. Now, listen, you might think they're intimidating or this, that, and the other. Don't be there then. Don't be there doing drugs. You know what I mean? That's just a simple fact of it. Like, you know what I mean? There's a video there today of two guys in one of the churches, and one of them went to the toilet in the church. They're Irish lads.
What?
Disgraceful. Yeah, disgraceful.
Oh
and
my
the two
God.
lads ran them. The two lads ran them out of the place. Yeah.
Jesus
ran them
Christ.
out of it. Yeah. Oh, we're talking about just let me close that down.
And then before we finish up, then to put that other video up, because I want to give a shout out to the Liberty Soup run.
Yeah. Hang on, what was the RT News one? That's Rosslare. Somebody sent that in to me there now.
Oh, is there more information?
There's a man has been arrested in connection with the death of a woman on a ferry which docked in Rosslare port this evening. This is RTE, so I'm just gonna. I know we don't listen to RTE, but listen, we'll go with it now just to boom.
See what the update is.
Yeah, just I'll read it. There it is. There, man arrested. Paul Reynolds, the rat. Large guard of force, including armed officers at Rosslare Europort. A man has been arrested in connection with the death of a woman on a ferry which docked in Rosslare this evening. Gardaí say a serious incident broke out on the ship. The woman was pronounced dead at the scene following a confrontation, but Gardaí say they are trying to establish the full circumstances. It believed a small number of people who knew each other were involved. Hold on now. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay, just bear with me there. You can hear me, so I'm just
I
going to
can
stop
hear you.
sharing. Yeah, I didn't know that there was sound on it, so we have sound now. Sure, there we go. We'll now there we go. Let's listen to him.
As you said, we're in Wexford en route to Rosslare at Wexford Garda Station. What I can tell you is that the ship, the Stena Nordica ferry, left Fishguard in Wales at 2 o'clock this afternoon. It was due to dock in Rosslare at around 5:30. But before that happened, while the ship was still crossing the Irish Sea, there was a serious incident on board which led to the death of a woman. The captain made an emergency call, and that resulted in emergency services, including Gardaí, and amongst them some armed officers, to be at Rosslare waiting for the ship when it arrived at around 5:30. Now, Gardaí say that this is an active operation and they're not making any further comment. But we understand that a crime scene has been declared on board the ship and that the crew and passengers are still on board and they are all to be interviewed by Gardaí. This has had knock-on effects for ferry services. The Nordica was due to depart again for Fishguard at 7:30 tonight. That didn't happen, and Stena issued a statement saying that all passengers who were booked in that crossing would be accommodated on the Irish ferry service from Rosslare to Pembroke, which was due to depart a short time ago around 8:45. And the return crossing from Fishguard at 1:30 this morning has also been cancelled, though when I looked at the Stena website a short while ago, the Nordica was still due to depart Rosslare at 8:15 tomorrow morning, though I expect that may not happen as this investigation is ongoing. It is the early hours of this investigation, so details of this tragedy there are not many yet, though we expect some more may emerge later tonight or early tomorrow morning, and we are on our way to Rosslare to see what we can find out.
Well, there you have it. Judge Nolan get all of these cases, yeah. There you have it. Sorry, that was Lynn Boylan we were talking about earlier, the Sinn Féin. She's married to Owen O'Brien. That's what they're talking about there.
Oh, sorry. So it wasn't Sherlock. Wasn't the Sherlock one then, no?
Brilliant stuff, Paul. Daniel the Lion. Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah.
Parents should be self-sufficient.
Who put that up there? Liz, was it Liz that put it up there? Like, again, how is Judge Nolan getting all these cases? You know, it always seems to be him that ends up getting them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Paul, you sound a lot like Jerry Adams back in the day. Anthony took over Ireland Force not too long after forming his neighbourhood watch. They are connected, can't be denied. They're not connected. I'm telling you now, they're not connected. And if Anthony was on here himself tonight, he'd tell you they're not connected. But people are putting it out that it is connected, and it's not connected. Because, listen, Sinn Féin and have nothing to do with Ireland First, with the political party. Nothing. I'm telling you that now. And if Anthony's listening, or Anthony come on, he'd verify that himself. But as I said, we're going to do a live stream here. We're going to do a live show here one of the nights, and we're going to invite all the people on who are casting dispersions at us and telling lies about us, and we'll see what they have to say. That's what we'll do. And if they don't come on, well, then you know who's telling the truth, lads. You know what I mean? Because I have nothing to hide about what happened or who I'm with or what I was doing. Okay? Let's see if they have the same. You know what I mean? But as I said, I'm not like Jerry Adams back in the day. Jerry Adams was a member of Sinn Féin. Everybody, the dogs on the street know Jerry Adams was a member of Sinn Féin. I'm not a member of Sinn Féin. Okay? So, you know, it's bullshit. Don't be worrying about it. Sinn Féin have nothing to do with Ireland First. End of story. Okay, sorry.
Who put up, somebody put up there, there was a good comment there a few minutes ago. I meant, yes, somebody spoke about the triple lock in relation to, Yes, there's a lot of stuff going around about that at the moment. Do you know what I mean? You know,
I know.
All our, little darlings looking to sign away our sovereignty.
Well, I don't want my sovereignty signed away. There needs to be a referendum on this, and that's it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And this migration pact that they brought in as well, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That needs to be a referendum, because I think it's Article 25(2)(2) states of the Constitution states that once you start using public funds for migrants, well, then it has to go to a vote in the Dáil. That's just it. End of story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say? I say cut everyone's tax and the taxes and regulation on everything used to produce medicine, hospitals, etc. And all let's live freely. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? So the Chinese woman got ordered for second trial, and it's opened Ireland up to all of this. What do if people go next week with masks on? Well, I'll be honest with you, Dennis. I know there is people, like, as I told the lads before, like, I was at protest and there was lads there with masks and we were calling them out the whole lot, and it turned out that one of them worked in the Dáil and another one worked for a guard. So one of them was a guard. So, you know, some people have to actually wear the masks. You know what I mean? I really get that. You know what I mean? But if we know who these people are, we don't mind. Usually it's the people in masks that are causing trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we don't know who you are, you'll be moved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There will be stewards. There'll be stewards there, the whole lot. And if you're not known, you know, listen, we nearly know everyone that protests now. You know what I mean? And we don't want lefties infiltrating it and everything else. You know what I mean? So
I know.
If it's young people with masks, move them away. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know what I mean? But again, they have the right to protest as well. You know what I mean? We just tell them to take off the mask. You're only wearing the mask if you're going to be doing something wrong. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah.
What's this now? Clinic up in Cherry Orchard, Ballyferry, KO. I can remember being on a clinic assessment. It was like something out of Strumpet City. Yeah. No description of the people involved. Who was it? No description of the people involved.
I'm assuming this is in relation to ferry. Yeah.
Yeah. RTE Bull report, the dumbed down version tailored for the politically correct. Lads, if anyone has anything out there, send it in to me. You know what I mean? Because I can pull her up quick. Another show, the fuck all information, all talking shy. Orla, where is Martin? Eating Casey's back door. Mustafa shy, of course. Mustafa, knew you'd be here. Yeah. I'm going to be honest, Mustafa. Was that you that tried to give me a bit of stick today on Twitter? Was it? Good man. It'll all be revealed, Mustafa. Don't you worry. I might even get you on as well. You know? And we let you talk your shite. But, yeah, we'll just... That's an awful gob shite, that Mustafa. What's this? But
go back there a second. There was a comment there about the comment before Irish Edition.
Irish Edition. Who's been telling lies? Lots of people have been telling lies. Other people, not us. We've been telling the truth from day one. What happened to us and why we left the party and why we joined this and why we did that. It's all been transparent. That's one thing about us. We are transparent. But he took over Ireland First and he runs the Neighbourhood Watch. How was it not connected? He is in charge of both, isn't he? No, he's not.
Okay.
No.
Right. Well, first of all, he's only come on board of Ireland First just over a week ago. In relation to Sinn Féin, he's only a member of Sinn Féin. Like, there's several people involved in Sinn Féin, but it's only a community group. It is not a vigilante group that's been put out there. It's only a community group. None of us would be involved in a vigilante group, you know? No. So Anthony's not like we say over Sinn Féin. He's just involved in Sinn Féin. But there's several people involved in Sinn Féin.
Yes,
and they want to help the community. You know, like if anyone needs help with anything, if there's elderly people, if there's people in need, if there's people worried about stuff, that's what Sinn Féin is there for, to get the word out and to try and help people. And they're also highlighting all the businesses as well that we're kind of selling out to the iPass centres and, you know, and all that sort of stuff as well. That's what Sinn Féin is. It's like information as well.
Yeah, but like, you're going to get this. You know what I mean? You're going to get this. It's crazy. What was that other one you said?
There was a comment there in relation to Down syndrome or something like that.
There it was there. I remember seeing a Down syndrome young fella being made go to the war front in the Ukraine.
Yes, I know. Oh my God, that was awful, Davina. I remember that. Yeah, that was shocking.
Yeah, Jesus, there's loads here.
Yeah.
Backpack bags would not be checked out with the brown people on Patrick's Day parade in the Dublin, etc. for bombers.
Listen, we already have a threat. We have a terrorist threat for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, we have.
You know, like 100,000 people go to St. Patrick's Day. You know,
somebody just texted me into WhatsApp there. Judge Nolan should be impeached now. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. That's why Gavin is doing what he's doing. You know.
Yeah.
But I think I had.
I don't care if you're a judge or not. You should be answerable. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought I had it there.
What are you looking for?
No, I'm just looking for something that I actually, it's about Ukraine. That's what it is. Ukraine. There we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Has somebody found the €1 billion that Zelensky has misplaced?
No, they haven't.
Did anyone check maybe with several yachts and several mansions? It might be there somewhere. Maybe under the bed.
Let me just check this here now. Actually, a friend of mine put this up this evening. Okay, I'm just going to share this screen. Just bear with me there. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I just want to present this here because a friend of mine sent this to me this evening, and it's just about Ukraine. This is it here. But what he said was, time to go home to Ukraine, and not just for holidays. Never mistake.
I saw that.
Never mistake kindness for weakness and then take advantage. We have thousands of Irish men and women and children homeless all across Ireland and out on the streets.
Yeah, I know.
Ukraine is actually 10 times bigger than Ireland and is 600,000 square kilometers, with a war that's in a tiny fraction of the far east of Ukraine. People wanted to help, but now it's absolutely taking the piss with no regard for the Irish people whatsoever. You might have some people still supporting you here in Ireland, but you are still brainwashed by bought up media companies. But the truth is a lot of Irish people are really pissed off now. Globalists want and need wars because they use wars to rob and launder billions, depopulating both sides while displacing millions and enforcing multiculturalism, aka divide and conquer. Globalist goal is to make the native people of a tiny minority in their own country by orchestrating mass invasion from all countries. Globalists want to eliminate the idea of nations, flags, sovereignty, cultures, religions, etc., and enforce a new one world government, bank, religion, and UN army. Micheál Martin and the rest of the corrupt government bought up media companies are desperately trying to scare and brainwash the Irish people with lies and propaganda to hate other countries like Russia, to create an excuse to push neutral Ireland and its Irish people into a European army for literally World War III. Corrupt governments are going to be exposed soon for treason, terrorism, democide, paedophilia, and human trafficking. So their only way out is to speed up their agenda and drag the Irish people into a war to die before they revolt against them. Now that's from a friend of mine, Andy Quirk, aka Damo. Yeah, that was from him today. He tweeted that today, and I said I'd have to go with that because it was brilliant, you know.
Yeah.
Terrorism is such for citizens to abandon civil liberty, great or good. Yeah. There's no Europe since the open borders. It's true. It's just an open borders. Russia is not the enemy, and I don't believe Russia is the enemy. You know what I mean? If Russia could have done this, who bombed Nord Stream pipeline? Let's be honest about it. It was Biden. It was the Yanks who bombed the Nord Stream pipeline. You know what I mean? Ukrainians are the least of our problems. When they leave, the houses will be given other invaders already jumping the queues. Yeah. I get that. I do get that. But it would, listen, if 80,000 or 60,000 of them, whatever, went, it would help us with the thing to get the Irish homeless done. I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean? It'd get us out of a big hole. O.B. Hunter sure was on the Ukraine. Sure he was on Ukraine Got Talent playing piano. I remember it. I seen it. You know? Paul, are you afraid of calling Adams and McGuinness grasses? Jim Loyne was the heart of the Republican movement, but they had him killed. He wouldn't have expected this. Not a chance. Paul, like, why am I afraid to say? I'm not afraid to say anything. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not getting involved. Not my problem. Sorry. You're not going to drag me into something like this now. I couldn't give a shit. Walk away, lads. You know what I mean? If Jerry Adams has said he's not in the IRA, well then, hey, who am I to? You know, the leaders are wet circle badges wearers and politicians across all parties in Dáil's 16 Communist Globalist Policies Club. Members 15 Policies Club. Yeah. The badge to rule them all and the darkness behind them. The 2040 Agenda badge. Yeah, it's true. It is true. I found it. I bought a new Bentley Continental and I had a big bag of Coke. Fair play to you, James.
Good man, James. You found the billion. Yeah. We knew it was somewhere.
When is the presidential election? Heard you're running for it, Pete. I'm not. Well, hey, you never know. Hey, you never know. Never say never, you know. But Orla and Paul, you have no idea how great it is to have your shows to listen to a few times a week to keep up with what's going on. Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much,
for
Trish.
taking the time. It's much appreciated. Thank you very much, Trish.
Thank you.
We should tell Mustafa shite that, you know. Zero. Sorry. Minsk Agreement, Victorian Island, Assos Battalion. Yes, exactly. We all know about that. And there's a lot of people know about that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Listen, America funded everything. CIA have funded everything, you know. Dublin City Councillor Robert Troy, 16 Communist Globalist Policy Club members. Good answer, Paul. We need to unite all nationalists. Stop with the IRA past bullshit. Good answer, Paul. Cool,
Look,
Daniel. No
we
problem.
have to worry about our future. We can't be worrying about the past.
Exactly. Now you have it. The Biden regime in Ukraine blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. They sank Germany into recession. The migrants still pour in. Europe is occupied, and they are waging war on all white Europeans. It's true, and I know it's true. You know, Trump X 2030. Yeah. Jim O'Callaghan 16 policies. Yeah, he's another one. Jaden Chris. I like this
And remember
show.
as well the ones that are the young global leaders. Remember Leo and all that was one of the young global leaders. They're all part of the 2030 agenda as well.
This is where we hear the truth. Keep it lit. Respect from Mayo.
Thanks, Tony.
Cheers, Tony. Thanks very much. Listen, we can only tell the truth. I agree with Trish. These shows are great to keep up with what's going on. Cheers for being consistent with them. Cheers, Jay. No problem. Over 80 politicians across the party voted 60. Yeah, we know all of them. They're scum. Trish, you are good. You are good to add this. I was thinking the same. Down to earth approach to serious concerns. A great mix of people can relate to, enjoy listening to. Yeah, fair play.
Thanks for that.
But have we got any more? We went with the we done the Irish prisons. Okay, let's get rid of that. That was the Dunleary. We done that one as well. I wanted it. We were talking about the iPass and about the blacks coming in, the Nigerians, the whole lot. Watch this video now of a Nigerian man telling. This is a TikTok video. He's telling everyone how to get on the housing list here in Ireland. Watch this. This is.
To answer your question, there's a very serious housing crisis in Ireland, and everyone knows. But notwithstanding, you can still get an apartment if you follow the process quietly. You could look up on websites on the screen. You could go there, apply, and who knows, check out the accommodations that they have, apply for it. You could get a house from there. Also, in Ireland, there's what they call the cost rental scheme. The cost rental scheme is something by way of a lotto. You can go to the site and apply, and maybe 1,000 people can apply. 300 people could be lucky winners, and you could be part of those 300 people. And if that's your case, if the house is about 2,500, they could give it out to you for like 1,700, as the case it may be. And it's also based on occupancy, and that's for that, you know. Secondly, if you are an immigrant and maybe you just got your papers, you got your leave to remain, you got your status, you could be entitled to what is called HAP. HAP is Housing Assistance Program in Ireland. You could look up on the website. You could apply on your local county by way of showing proof of staying in that county. You could show them your proof of employment as well. Then, if you're coming in to study, it's better for you to link up with the international body of your school and let them know that you need a place to stay or an apartment and accommodation, and they could be able to help you in that regard to get you a school accommodation, as the case may be. Then lastly, it's also important to mingle, to mix up, join a community. You know, you could join one of these WhatsApp housing network. Who knows? From there, you could link up to a landlord that perhaps wants to rent out his apartment of his house personally. From there, you don't get house. That's it. I hope this helps, you know. So share, like, repost. You might be doing it to someone that really needs an apartment in Ireland. See you in the next one. Ciao.
That is disgraceful. I
know. And then
We
we've been
can't be the only ones saying
we've
this.
been told that they're not jumping queues and they're not getting ahead of the Irish people. Like, do you know what I mean? We all saw it when we were out doing the canvassing. Like, I remember going into a state and you could have a full row of houses. and all foreigners answering the door. Do you know? Did I send that video on to you today in relation to the Asian guy, saying that he got into Ireland with no passport and nobody checked? Did I send that on to you today?
I don't know. I'll check now.
Somebody sent it to me, and he's actually saying,
As
yeah,
well.
he got in no passport. I think I sent it to you.
Was he interviewed by Tinker or one of them?
He's interviewed by somebody. Yeah, he was Asian.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, that's a Facebook post. Yeah, Facebook doesn't let you download. It doesn't let you download the videos. But what I'll do is I'll share. Yeah.
Oh, can you not? If I send you on something from Facebook, can you not play it?
No, you sent me on one about was that for the? Hang on. No, you sent me on the.
I think that was sent on to me through Messenger this morning. So
yeah, no, it's all right. All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah. And then the Liberty Soup run as well. That was on Facebook as well.
I have the Liberty Soup run up there now.
Okay.
Your man Cannon's doing a live on Gavin now at the moment.
What?
So I might get your man Cannon is doing a live about Gavin at the moment.
Oh, right. Okay.
I just got that sent in to me. But let me open this one now, the Facebook one. Paddy Duffy. Yeah, okay. Just move this over here and we can play this. Okay, let me just make this big. And I will let me just present this and we will play it and you can have a listen to what's
So you came into Ireland without a passport?
No.
No passport?
No.
And how did you get into Ireland?
I get my bus.
From where?
From Belfast.
Belfast?
Yeah.
And you came from the UK to Belfast?
Yeah.
And no passport?
No.
No documents, no?
No.
And when you went to the International Protection Office, did they ask you for a passport?
I don't know, because when someone come here, have the job for me.
Yeah.
When I come here, I just bring the not answer.
No answer.
I just pay for $2,000 for the.
So what? See your ID. See the ID card you showed me, and the picture. Is that your real name?
Yeah, my real name and my name.
And how did you prove that was your real name? How do you prove to the IPO that's your real name?
No, before I have the passport.
So where is your passport? So where's your passport?
But some people they take my passport.
Where? Which country was that in?
Sorry.
Which country?
This country.
In this country?
No.
What country?
England.
England
has your passport.
No,
so when I come to England and the people take my money, they take all my passport for everyone.
And then you travel to Ireland without a passport.
Yeah.
And how many? And had you many other people come to Ireland without passports? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know.
Because when I say here, they have the job for me, but when
Who say have job?
Okay. Who said they have a job?
The people take my money.
In England, yeah.
Yeah, in England. They say they come here, have the job and company, and when I come here and when I bring no one. That's why I sleep on the street.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I people they say they help me have the room, but I'm waiting time.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it?
But he's openly admitted, he got in. So, I mean, he got in. How many more have gotten in? And we keep saying this, and then your accusers are telling lies.
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy,
Do you know?
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really is. I'm gonna play the soup run thing for you as well, like what
Okay.
Hang on. Let's say I'm still shared, and I might present that because we'll be finishing up shortly. You know what I mean? I think we covered everything. We've covered an awful lot tonight. Now I have to say.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just play this and let's hear. I'm not hearing that there. Why? Okay, that's why.
Just to show us what we can and what's across us. So followers.
It's open.
Otherwise, just finished, as you can see, is your final price, €227. That's what it costs us to carry one side there. You do have to have 40 minutes to use. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Keep supporting brothers. Yeah, thank you.
Fair play to them. You know, and the government is trying to shut that down. That's disgraceful.
Yeah, so that's Chris there from the Liberty Super Run, and they are based in Dublin, and they do absolutely fantastic work with the homeless. So they're on loads of different social media platforms, like we'll say TikTok. I think they're on Instagram, and they're definitely on Facebook. So you can reach out to them. You can either donate money through Revolut, or you can donate food. So I would have done a video there about a month ago or so, just going through the foods, but you can see that they're in the supermarket. So they're looking for donations. If you'd rather give donations of food, anything that's quick, right? They have hot water in the van. So if you have the likes of your pot noodles, we'll say, the cup of soups, coffee, hot chocolate, tea, anything they can add hot water to, crisps, biscuits, cereal bars, anything like that as well, they'll take. Then they're also looking for clothing, things like, we'll say, gloves, fluffy socks, scarves, hats, things like that, just to keep people warm because it's still quite cold outside. So anything like that, if you have an idea of maybe some certain food or something like that, just check with them. But they're always looking for donations to do absolutely fantastic work in Dublin. So that's the Liberty Super Run. So give them a follow.
And if you can help them, or give them a follow, and help them if you can, throw a few quid in.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's all right talking about the homeless situation. We have to get out there and we have to do something. And all going well. I was talking to Chris today, and if I can get up on Wednesday, I'm going to bring some stuff with me and drop it off.
Fair play to you. I just want to share this here. Look what's on special in Goinies. A prayer mat.
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Look, $12.99 for a prayer mat. To an Irish man, that's for the front of the fire. They'll charge you 30 quid for that if you're Irish. Tell them it's a prayer. Okay, right. I have one more video there I want to show. Right, it's Hoban House Family Hub. RTE done a thing on it, I think last night or maybe tonight. Somebody sent it on to me and I got it. But this is an Irish girl with 4 kids in one room, and the kids are getting sicker and sicker and sicker. It's about 3 minutes long. Have a listen to it.
Okay.
Lisa and her 4 children have been homeless since last year, when the landlord of her HAP apartment wanted the property back. After staying at a number of different homeless hubs, Lisa and her family arrived here at Hoban House.
So Lisa, you're May's mom, and we were listening to May there at the top of the programme. This is where you all live?
This is mine and my 4 children's home, yeah. This is Katie May's home. This is Katie May's bed. That's where Katie May sleeps every night. She's my eldest, and then I have another 5-year-old, Kylie Rose. Then I have Jack, which is a 1.5 old, and then I have a 9-month-old baby, Kingston.
How are you managing in this space, all of you in here at the one time?
Well, 4 kids and 1 adult in the room, so 5 of us in total in the 1-bedroom. Like it is hard work, but I'm thankful to have a place I can call a home for now.
Careful, that will burn you. I don't want it to burn you. How did you end up becoming homeless in the first place?
Well, I had an apartment and I held it for 4 years, and my landlord said that you had to sell the apartment. So that's how I became homeless, because I couldn't find any other rental accommodation for myself and my children.
What are you doing? Ma! And did you come directly to here?
I didn't come directly to the hub, no. I've actually went to the Sheldon Park Hotel first, and then they had me out until there, and then I actually rang the Salvation Army myself and asked them had any available rooms in Clonard Hub, because that's where I previously was before I got my apartment. And they told me to ask the council about a room in this one. So I rang the council back and I told them about this one. And then within 3 days, then they rang me and told me there was a room available here for me.
Stop being bold. And how is this impacting on, well, the older children in particular?
Sometimes she'll have a bad night where she can't sleep and she's up all night, so she's not getting up the next morning for school. Or if she's in school, sometimes she could be falling asleep on the desk in school and getting phone calls off the school to come and collect her, that she's after falling asleep in school.
What are you worried about? Are you worried you're going to
I'm actually genuinely worried about my kids' mental health. I'm worried for my children. It's them I feel it for. Like, it's them that have to live in this situation. And it's not fair on them. Like, it's not fair. Like, a premature baby had to come home to situations like this. It's not fair. Like, I'm actually afraid, like, my 7-year-old child is going to end up very badly depressed. And she's only 7.
If the minister was listening to this now, what would you say to him?
I would ask him just to help our children. It's not even the sake of giving us houses or anything like that. It's our children shouldn't have to live in these situations. Like, our children shouldn't be going around depressed out of their heads at a young age because of things like this. They shouldn't have to live in one room with their family. They should have their own privacy. But they don't have that in here. They don't have that in any other homeless accommodation, not just here.
It's terrible, isn't it? It really is terrible.
Christ of Almighty.
Like that girl has 4 kids there, okay?
Yeah, I know,
and there's migrants
I know.
coming in here, only in
Yeah,
here
I
a couple
know.
of months. They're being handed turnkey accommodation. Like, listen, I'm gonna be honest, Orla. People wouldn't be as outraged if they had housed their own first. I know we would have all still been outraged. But the fact that they're leaving these people behind, it's just disgraceful. It says in the Constitution, the government of the day are not doing their job. The people must take over and control until the people find a place of government that will do their job properly. It's time now for the people power to take control. And Native there put in there as well about there's thousands of Irish Republicans just waiting to help us out, help out the nationalists. Well, listen, come in and have a chat with us. You know what I mean? Like, reach out to us. You know, I'm not saying I'm anyway, you know, the man to reach out to, but reach out to me, I'll get you in contact with people. But yeah, I think it should be done, you know. Shameful for Irish people to be deliberately neglected this way. Ireland needs the strong family life. Yes, it does. Stop adding more children, seriously. Listen, the girl has 4 kids, get over it. Okay, she probably fell out with her partner. She probably, you know, come on. Is that the best you can do?
Listen,
Like, you know what I mean?
we have several foreigners in this country that have 6, 7, 8, 9 children.
Yeah. Yeah. It's disgraceful, like, you know what I mean? that Roma fella that murdered Ashley Murphy, 4-bedroom house in Laois. Yeah,
yeah.
And yet Cannon has his own gaff. Mohammed has a house, and each of his 3 wives. It's that's what I'm saying.
Well, I actually made a complaint, right? Last year when the protest started here in Carlow, somebody had mentioned to me about how there was an Indian man up in one of the estates, and he had 2 houses, right? One for each of his wives. And I made a complaint to one of the councillors. Now, I never heard back afterwards.
Where was that?
In Carlow.
I think he actually has 3 houses, to be honest with you, because someone that I know who's an electrician got in contact. Well, I'm not saying I know them, but it was an electrician that got in contact with me and said he had done his house and also the 2 houses for his other wives and kids. That was in an estate.
That could be. Look, I don't know. All I know is that this particular man. But this particular man anyway had 2 houses, and I got the numbers of the houses, and I made a complaint to one of the local councillors, and he was to forward it on to the council. Now, I didn't hear back afterwards as to what happened, but look, probably nothing was done over it. But again, like that, he had 2 houses because he had 2 wives and a load of kids. And then there's Irish people here can't get 1 house, like that lady. She can't get 1 house.
There's Johnny Apocalypse. I've been on the housing list for 6 years myself. Johnny, if you go out and come back in with no passport, you'll be housed within 6 months, mate. I'm being honest
Johnny,
with you.
I met several people while out canvassing, and they were 11, 12, 13, 14 years on a council waiting list. In Kilkenny, I met a grandmother, and she was talking about her daughter who was pregnant, I think, with the 3rd or 4th child, and they were living in a caravan waiting for a council house, and she was pregnant. And that's what was happening with her. Was still waiting for a council house.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
No.
You know?
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I think we have one more, I think, have we? We've about 4 minutes left. I'm just gonna go with this call to prayer. Do you think that this should be allowed in Irish churches?
Freedom of speech here. The first reading that everybody who goes into acts with integrity and justice is welcomed on the mountain of the Lord. That's the first reading this evening.
What about testing the Spirit? Those who deny the life, death and resurrection of Jesus.
Worshipper in our church, how dare you?
How dare you? You're a heretic. You're a heretic.
Shame on you, Father.
You're a heretic.
You're a heretic.
You're a heretic. We're Catholics.
That is just crazy, isn't it?
Jesus Christ.
What's your take on that now, Orla? We've a minute.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Quick.
First of all, we're Catholic. We're Catholic. That's a Catholic church. Second of all, you would not be allowed to do that in a Muslim church, and you wouldn't. Right?
Yeah.
In our commandments, we have only one God. Right?
Yes.
Oh my God, that is shocking. And like, they want to get rid of Christians.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, like, Jesus Christ.
Some responsibility. Okay. Owen O'Sullivan. You won't see the woke left Sinn Féin getting justice on an Irish poor mother with 5 kids. All they care about is Palestine.
Yeah. Oh,
right, Orla, I'm gonna drop you down, Hunt. Thank you very much again this evening. I've only a couple of seconds left, so good night and God bless Orla. Thank you very much for coming on. You're brilliant as per usual. Thanks, Hunt. Talk to you in a few minutes. Yeah, listen, thanks very much, everyone. 3,000 mosques in Ireland, in Germany, Catholic churches, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, listen, I know. Listen, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. It's been a good show. Jesus, we're at 2 hours now. It's at the flying in. But like I say, every night I'm here, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose, and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless.